What's good?
What's good, everybody? My name is Jay. My co-host to my left is Taj, and this is episode 25. We don't even care about the episode number. This is a new episode of the Divine Departure podcast, where we talk about anime, Marvel shit, all the tech that you want and care about, all the new shit, all the new stuff.
Look, so we determined the Roman numerals are a little bit annoying. So once we hit 30, then maybe we'll go back to regular numbers, or maybe we'll do Latin numerals. I don't know yet. Egyptian numerals. I don't know yet.
Nah, we doing numbers. We doing numbers. It was lit. I'm telling y'all, it was lit while
What's
it
wrong with
lasted.
Egyptian numerals?
Bro, I can't keep up after 15, 20, 30.
Bro, Egyptians is hieroglyphics, so it's just gonna be a person with a sphinx head holding a 30. Holding a 32.
Nah, it's gonna be an eye with the diamond inside, and the diamond inside got 500 pyramids, and then it got Cleopatra in front of the pyramids.
Bro, it's gonna be Cleopatra with a dog head holding a sign up with a bikini that say 33.
Nah, but the real reason why is because when we're editing these videos, it get hella complicated. It get hella complicated to label them out, but it's a good episode. It's gonna be a great episode for y'all. We're gonna talk about Spy Family. We're gonna talk about Chainsaw Man, and we're gonna go into My Hero because I'm not gonna lie, bro. The anime scene so far has gotten crazy. Like, I don't know what the surge was, but from I guess from like October-ish to now, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
COVID. Where everybody's recovering. We're officially in post-COVID times.
It's a great time, bro. It's a great
time. So
bro, I could go to the movie theater.
Everything more than we did before pre-COVID. So now it's like
I could go to the movie theater, bro. See my Black Panther. See my Marvel joint. See my
you
whatever.
saw Black Panther. We might need to touch on that.
We also gonna touch on that at the end of the episode. So y'all stay tuned and y'all listen. Y'all watch because that was that fire.
It been out for
that was that fire.
For like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
3 weeks now. So
I felt like it's been around for a month, but yeah, bro, we definitely
still good because there's nothing Marvel related after that, so we're still in the time frame to talk about. But yeah, what you want to start with?
Let's do Chainsaw Man, bro. Chainsaw Man. It was crazy. This new episode really it threw me for a loop because. I guess not in my opinion, but you know what's been going on in the story. Like Denji's been like the hot topic for these devils, and I didn't really think he was that known. And it makes sense because you know his character, how crazy he could get when he turns and he gets all the chainsaws and shit like that. You know, I didn't expect him to be that much of a threat to these devils. You know what I mean? So much so that now we're starting to see this transition of these devil-human combinations. Because now it's not necessarily a devil. You're calling them like the devil's name or like whatever the devil was plus man. So to me, I they killed Makima. I was blown away. I was like, wait. This is odd.
Isn't Makima the head lady?
Yeah, no. Makima's the one with the no. Makima's the one with the red hair. She's the one who recruited Denji. I guess the head honcho.
Yeah.
They offed her and her mans, and I was like, that the episode's getting it like from where Denji left off, from where we left off from the last episode, the vibe changed. I'm like, oh, Denji's getting laid, from Denji not necessarily getting laid to just things just going into action and Makima getting bodied. All of the devil hunters getting targeted. Like, to me, it was very fast. And I don't know. I mean, I believe that in the manga version of like this anime, there was probably 3 episodes of like people getting off, or not 3 episodes, but like 3 chapters or 4 chapters of people getting off, and they probably described it in a very easy and well put way. But to me, I thought the episode was good, but I just thought it was a little bit too fast. Like we're off in characters hella quick, and we get to the end of the episode and we're like, okay, well, now there's some type of society of these devil human creations, or just these people that are siding with these devils that are actually trying to take Denji's life, and they're trying to take him down.
Right. Yeah. I like that we saw a devil demon. I guess he's a devil that's similar to Denji with the blades.
Yeah, the Katana Man.
Then it establishes that like Denji's not the only one like that. I mean, that's for the whole show. Like because Makima was saying, "Oh, I never seen a devil or Denji," so she was making it sound like he was something unique. But then we saw another one that's similar to him. So I thought that was interesting. For me, it was just. Oh, am I shifting through the matrix? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You solid.
For me, it was a lot of the power scale. That was the biggest thing for me this episode. Like it showed us that like they're on some low level type stuff. Like they didn't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about that previously. Because in my head, I was like, Denji, like turning into chainsaws is cool, but it's like it's a physical attribute. So if you go against some type of magic, demon, sorcery type joint, and all you could do is turn to chainsaws, it's like you're probably gonna lose. Now he all he did was get capped, so I didn't see that coming. But it was it just showed me the power scale. Like there has to be a jump in like these people's abilities because they're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole. So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we kind of both, but I feel as though from the last few episodes we've kind of seen that Denji is definitely higher up than like Aki, and I can't remember the girl's name with the patch, and just all and maybe Power. I mean, I think Power is kind of on top of like the head, like the leaders of both groups, of the rookie groups, and then you have like the leaders, and then you have like the other 2 rookies. Like they're not standing a chance. Like and I do like how they brought like this. I guess I don't know if she's a snake man or she just has like power. She just uses like the snake devil's powers, but that was crazy. She like capped the ghost devil. That like, and bro, like homegirl was using her whole body. Like she's like, yo, like I'll give you everything. Just kill him. Like kill him. And she did. She died for my man to get brought back to life. It's sad, but it shows you that like she just didn't have what it took to survive and then fight him and kill him at the same time. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting, bro. Honestly, bro, I don't see like there's got to be something at play. Maybe Makima has some type of power to kind of reverse what happened or whatever, because I just don't see all of these devil hunters that were getting hunted. I don't see them necessarily being dead in the long run. Like I don't see next episode Denji's just dead because there's no story. So I'm really interested, and I'm very hungry to see like what happens on Tuesday or what happens this next episode, because we're gonna get a lot more information, because it's like these people got capped. Like Denji got capped in his head. Like he got capped in his head. Like, chances of him being alive is very slim. But I'm interested.
He's the main character. Other than him being the main character, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really it. Like they built us up with like having like relationships with these characters just to crush it. They did it kind of early, so now, I think there'll be a heightened level of like ability. You got a little bit of like something to fight for, things like that. So.
But the question is how we move forward from here, because technically Denji's dead, technically Makima's dead, technically the person who she was with was dead. I mean, Power's alive. Aki is kind of on his last leg, because we've already learned from that sword, or that it's not even a sword, it's a drill, but we've already learned from that drill that once he uses it, he's taking considerable years off of his life. Yeah. So my question is, from here, how do we move on? Like, what's the next step? Because if Aki got a limited amount of years left, he's going to want to go full sail to try to get as many pieces of the Gun Devil as possible. And then, maybe Denji goes to try to fight the Gun Devil. But at this point, bro, like it's super early. Like, although we're in episode, I think it was episode 7 or 8. Like, it's super early for everybody to get capped. So, I don't know. It just makes me think of what is on the horizon. What is next? Yeah. And the question for me on regards to Denji is, what can he do? What can he do different? What can he get better at to be able to fend off and fight this Gun Devil? Because, bro, another thing I wanted to kind of review and talk about was the fight he had with that Infinity Devil, bro. Like, the Infinity Devil was powered up by the flesh of the Gun Devil, but Denji was eating the flesh of the Infinity Devil. So you kind of see like there's like a circle of, Denji's doing like he's using a devil's power, and he's getting powered up by, or not necessarily powered up, but he was like essentially kind of resustaining himself in that fight by just continually eating the flesh of that Infinity Devil.
Well, the Infinity Devil had a huge weakness, and the weakness was that it felt pain.
Oh yeah. But my question isn't necessarily about that. It's since the Infinity Devil ate the flesh, is Denji affected by that in some sense? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because Denji, it's like a cascading effect. Denji's trying to stay alive by fighting this devil, but he has to eat his flesh. But my man's, the Infinity Devil's already powered up by this. By that shrapnel of flesh, or I don't know why they call it flesh, but it's just a bullet from the Gun Devil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, will there be future implications of that?
Directly ingest a Gun Devil, like something. Like metal or whatever. So
I would assume so, but bro, you and me both know that animes don't be always taking that exact direct route. That's what I mean? Sometimes they'll fucking spin it. They'll be like, oh yeah, well it's in their bloodstream, and they'll go and switch to the avenues like, oh yeah, well since Denji ate so much blood from this nigga and that nigga, like then it's gonna Denji's, he may change into something, and that's kind of just my question, because it was similar to like, I don't remember what other anime, but I guess maybe a good example. It may not be a good example. Maybe a good example might be like My Hero, where Denji was just using, like, he just didn't know the implications when he was going and fighting, and he was blowing his arms off and stuff. It may not be a great example, so don't quote me too hard on this, but him fighting Todoroki and him fighting like just people in general, like the big man, the powered up villain that just like had muscles. You know, he was just destroying his body, and like he just wasn't understanding the implications of his strength.
I
You
don't
know,
know. And when he fought the Infinity Devil, there was like a sense of like there's no other choice. Like there's no other option. So I kind of get that a little bit. Um I think the problem is still the same with Denji, and the problem is he doesn't. We still don't know what his motivations are. So I think to me that's still a problem because now when he fights, it's like we don't know what he's fighting for. We don't know what situations he's looking at versus others, like stuff like that. So until we know what his true motivations to do anything like really are, then it's kind of going to be like we're gonna feel like he should play it safe. Like we're gonna feel like he should be smarter about what he's doing and why he's doing it. But if we have some motive behind like why he's staying with the team, other than like a kiss or touching booze or having sex or whatever, until we have some real motives, like as an audience, we're kind of like just out there. Like, well, he'll fight when he fights, and when he don't fight, like he won't fight. But there's no
yeah, there's no direct motivation.
yeah. So that's
Yeah,
the issue with him. But yeah. I guess we're starting over. Everybody got smoked. Let's starting over.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna come back from this. I mean, maybe there's some devil or whatever that could bring them back. I mean, not devil, but some fiend from the Devil Hunter
Well,
squad that could bring them
the
back.
girl
Maybe.
did touch the sword or blade devil or whatever you want to call him, and he came back to life. So
Yeah, but she not gonna go to Makima and touch Makima and like, you
no,
know what
I'm
I
saying
mean?
maybe Makima has that ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like when she dies, like she comes back. Maybe
I don't know,
I don't know.
but
But
yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
see.
what we do know is I forgot the girl's name. Let me look up her name.
What we do
Girl
know for
with
sure,
eye patch. Oh yeah,
what we do know for
popped
sure
up.
is they not
He,
ready.
but Hime, she's definitely smoked. Like this, it's a wrap. But she's dead. Like
Wait,
it's a wrap.
we don't know that for sure.
Bro, the devil took her body per
Okay, so
like
what if he gives
killing.
it back?
The devil's dead, bro. The devil got her
What
head cut
I'm
off.
saying, it's an anime though. What if like, oh, the contract says I lose it for a week, but then I come like, what if?
Nah, bro. I think she's dead, bro. I think she's done. Cause bro, she told her like I give you everything, like I give you all of me, kill him, and she did. And then the girl who had the snake devil contract,
Yeah,
killed her, and I was like, oh, and it's a wrap. Her body was gone. I'm like, yep. But arigato gozaimasu. Anyways, let's get to what you want to go through next, bro? You want to do My Hero? All right, let's do My Hero. Let's get into it, bro.
My Hero's getting wild.
Tell me, bro. Talk to me about it.
Tomura is. I knew he was gonna be busted. What I'm surprised about is his like durability. He's taking like he's taking hits at 100%. He's taking Endeavor. Endeavor used his strongest move, and dude didn't burn the ash. Now maybe he would have. Endeavor didn't get to finish it, so maybe he would have. But Tomura is just taking. So I'm really thinking he's on some zombie type stuff where you just got cut off his head. Because
Yeah.
actual physical blows, whether it's a punch, whether it's fire, whether it's a kick, whether it's a, I mean, he could feel them. It seems like he could feel them, but his regeneration is ridiculous.
My
Like it's
problem.
unreasonably like you hit him with bro. What's the name of the move? Prominence burn. You hit him with
Well,
one
no,
blow.
it was plus ultra prominence burn.
Yeah,
That was pretty wild.
and he don't disintegrate. What? Like so.
Yeah.
So forget a punch or a kick, you know what I'm saying? So his out of everything, that regenerative quirk is like right now doing him the most justice because he's fighting like recklessly. Like he's not even really fighting as smart as we see him fight in the past. He's fighting hella recklessly.
But bro, I mean, it's like when you have the ability to be immortal, like you're not gonna care. You're just gonna throw punches just to throw punches, you know. So I mean, it
That's
makes
true.
sense. It makes sense why.
Also, I couldn't tell if he scratched one of Eraserhead's eyes out. I couldn't tell by how they animated it. I guess we'll tell in a couple weeks. But there was a scene where Tomura almost grabbed him and then went like that and then like left like a blood like mark on his face, like fingers. And I don't know if he like scratched his eye out or something.
Might have, but we'll see. You know.
So if Eraserhead has one eye, I wonder if that affects his quirk or something.
I mean, I think it'll do half the probably half the point. No, not even the duration, half the potency, bro. It might just be like, you know, you it's like instead of you pushing somebody, it's you're just taking your finger and you're poking somebody. It may be something like that.
I think if Hawks I'm trying to think of heroes with like swords or blades or something. Well, Hawks is down. So there aren't really any heroes that have like a blade or a sword or something. So if you don't cut Tomura's head off, I don't see. It's like Luffy. Like Luffy's biggest weakness is like to be pierced, but enemies don't be piercing him. You know what I mean?
Well, bro, the main from what I've been seeing and just this is just like a My Hero thing. It's not necessarily like, you know, something that's just come up within the last like season. But this topic that's been played around so many times is, oh, I'm a villain. Oh, you're a hero. Oh, this is how heroes act. You know, we're villains, so we can act the way we want to act. But as humans, if you kill us, or as heroes, you're not supposed to kill villains. But then now that we're seeing, like, you know, Hawks, he drew blood. He actually killed Jin or Twice, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
You know, now we're starting to see other villains asking the question. And to me, it seems a little silly and a little stupid because as a villain, you just destroyed a whole city. You know what I mean?
Oh well, yeah.
You ran havoc and destroyed a whole city. And bro, that behemoth guy, the behemoth villain, the servant of Tomura, bro, he flatlined a whole city by himself.
Mm-hmm.
But if villains love to ask this question, or they love to kind of, you know, throw it back on the heroes, like, oh well, you guys start drawing blood, that's how you guys act now. And bro, maybe that's the case. Like, can't remember that girl's name, the one who liked to drink blood. But
is it Toki?
Probably her name was Toki. But she had that question in her brain, and she's like, so because of the fact that now Twice is dead, are we gonna get exterminated now by heroes? And to her, like, she's odd, like she's a weird character. I don't think she's all put together, but at the same portion, she's asking a very valid question. Like, is this now gonna be the age where heroes actually kill villains? Because, bro, let's be honest, bro. We have All Might, you know, he did the best he could, but he couldn't necessarily kill All For One.
Oh, it's Toga. It's
Toga.
Himiko.
Yeah, Toga. The problem is, like, because of the fact that we still have these these villains lingering around, society is the way it is. Now, bro, don't get me wrong. I do feel as though there's some form of there should be some form of sanction to try to reform villains into being heroes, to try to accept people that had these weird quirks that just didn't fit in society, to kind of bring them back into society. But at this point, bro, like we're kind of at a war. You know, this is wartime. You know,
Yeah,
heroes need to do what they got to do. Like, let's be honest here,
yeah,
because
that's true. That does make a difference. I think it goes back to like some animes, if they make it a little bit darker, a little bit more like adult, I should say, it will be 10 times better. And I think My Hero's trying to figure out like how much action, violence, like gore, like that type stuff do they want to have? Because for the most part, it seems they want to stay like kind of family friendly. You know what I mean? But if they decided to start being a little bit darker as Deku gets older, I'd be okay with that.
yeah, I mean, as I said, like I feel as though, and this may be, and maybe other people may have opinions, maybe our viewers have opinions. To all the viewers, if y'all agree or disagree with what I say, comment down below in the
Let us
comments on
know.
YouTube. Let us know. But I feel as though at this time, this day and age, it's like the difference between like our generation and our parents' generation. We're in two different generations. At this point in time, you kind of have to make decisions off of, okay, well, if you're a hero, if your job is to protect people and you have to make the choice to kill a villain in the process that's too OP, let's be honest. Like, I get society won't like it, but let's be honest, society is running away from villains that are flatlining
But
cities.
this is my problem though. My problem right now is because they're trying to stay kid friendly. Samurai Jack did this. Samurai Jack, great in terms of action and stuff like that. Great, great, really good. But if you actually watch Samurai Jack, now I don't know about the re-release because I don't remember. I watched it like in the background, so I don't really remember. So, but if you watch the original Samurai Jack all the way through, other than Aku and like maybe some like weird spirit things, or maybe some weird like not alien, but some like futuristic things. Other than like weird stuff, really just Aku. Samurai Jack, he doesn't kill. He only kills like robots or
Oh
like and or
yeah.
like and like android type, cybernetic type. Like in terms of kills, like straight just like chopped them in half. Like if you watch Samurai Jack, he's only slicing like robots in half. Like you would think it's some creature or some joint, but then he'll slice it and it's hella machine parts. And you're like, oh, okay, it's just a robot. This is kind of what My Hero's doing. The only time heroes are really offing things without hesitation is no moves. When it's a no move, they'll kick the brain out. You know what I'm saying? They'll set it on fire. There's no,
Yeah.
but when it comes to actual like living villains, then they be like, let me just knock them out and try to arrest them. And so
But that's my problem, because bro, my hero, because it's the thing, like I feel as though if you destroy the head of the system, you've gotten full control. Now, don't get me wrong, like heroes, their job
yeah,
isn't to get full control. Their job is to protect peace and to their job is to protect peace in a city, in a state, in a country, whatever the case may be. I feel as though it's always been like as a kid, like we're always kind of like when we were kids, we're like, oh yeah, it's cool how Batman is, you know, not offing people, he's sending people to prison. But bro, you send somebody to prison enough times, they're gonna get so much hatred that they're gonna eventually come to your
yeah,
doorstep and
it's
kill you.
dumb. Yeah,
You
like
get what I'm
it's
saying?
the outdated outdated concept. So I don't know where My Hero falls and all of that. So we'll
I hope that
find
they
that out.
go that way because Hawks drew blood. You can't arrest the man. We can't arrest Hawks. And I know that like in,
But he
in this
had
in,
to because Twice could turn into an army by himself.
exactly. So
I
it's
don't I
it's
don't know, but yeah, it's funny because Miro, we saw Miro fight the Is it Middle or is it Miko, the rabbit girl?
Oh,
What's her name?
Miracle.
Mirko. We saw her fight the Nomus, and she was like, "All right, well, I'll just kick the head off. I'll just crush the brain. I'll just." And when it's Nomus, it's okay, but when it's real life villains, like we don't get the same energy. So that's just something to keep in mind. Are they gonna skid friendly, or are we actually gonna get saucy with actually killing people? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
I think it all follows Deku though. I think Deku is kind of the mold. Now look, All Might, he was strong enough to do this stuff without killing people. Like he was just that much more powerful that he could like spare your life but knock you out. But nobody's on All Might's level. So
Well, bro, no,
I don't
no.
know what to do.
Other than Deku being the Crimson Crusader, and you got Tomoda, they're the only two people that match each other's energy. You know what I mean? And Tomoda got the edge because he could just lay down for a month and just regenerate his body. So that's
I
wild.
don't
I
even think
mean,
it took a month the way he was.
though, yeah, but I don't know, bro. That crisp that he got on his skin, it's gonna take maybe a few months to get that back. But other than that, though, I wanted to touch on the primordial plane, right? Because I thought it was interesting. We had seen this land, this area in Deku's dreams, and so on and so forth. But I didn't necessarily think it was actually in his body, like in his consciousness. Like it's kind of like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. But we
Well,
gotta.
he had a dream. He had a dream. I think that's one of the first times we saw the what they called it, like the vestiges
Mm-hmm.
of One for All.
Yeah,
Um
yeah, yeah.
that's the first time we saw it, so we knew it was subconscious, but the amount of like control that they can have over his body, I think is the surprising part.
And the wild part is that we got information about that. Like that was really good content. Like All for One explaining like how he just can manipulate a quirk, but he's manipulating the consciousness of the user who's using bro. That to me was like, oh, so for him to get a power, he has to go into somebody's mind and manipulate their consciousness in their mind and then take the quirk and use it. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it was cool to see, all for one. I mean, One for All, like, first generation, seventh generation. It was dope to see them. Dope to see that they're like, nah, like we're staying in his body. Like you're not touching him. You're not taking this power away. Like he deserves it. Like they're like, yo, like he really, he wants to save people so bad that he's obsessed with it. Like I thought that was such an interesting touch because Deku,
Yeah, yeah,
it's true. Like he really wants to
yeah.
be a hero, you know. And I think that obsession just came with All Might. So the obsession was All Might. Now the obsession is okay, because I am the next generation after All Might. I want to be the best hero, the number one hero. So like, it's dope. I don't know. I just thought it was dope, but I thought it was great to understand that concept of like how All for One is snatching people's souls. Like your quirk is like you're a part of your soul, and he's going into your mind to take it. It just seems like mind control to me. But if Deku could do that, then bro, this fight with Tomoda may be harder, maybe easier or harder than you think, than we think.
Yeah, I think I think they just need to focus on survival right now. I mean the fight after Prominence Burn and that whole Vestiges part, the fight itself is pretty much done, I think, because all for one told Tomoda like, all right, you're falling out the sky right now, let your body go heal, like we'll come back type of thing. So as long as Tomoda can get away, which I'm guessing he can, um then yeah, this test was kind of like a teaser, but
Sheesh.
But like the way Tomura, like I said, the way Tomura was tanking the attacks, I don't think you could beat him unless you cut his head off. That's my opinion.
But then again, bro, maybe you cut his head off, his head grow back.
Right.
We never know.
Right.
But you know.
Yeah.
Good set of episodes though. Good set of episodes. I mean, I'm
Definitely.
interested to see more for sure. I'm interested to see how this ends. Well, not necessarily how it ends, but the process. I'm excited to see what the end result will be at some point. But other than that,
Definitely.
let's get into Spy Family. Now, bro, I'll start it off because the bro looking, he like hella sleepy. You know what I mean?
No,
Hardworking man.
It's you know, this new meditation routine I'm trying to work on. But yeah. New meditation, process,
all that. I fuck with it. But let's get into Spy Family. Spy Family's been interesting, bro. It's been interesting.
Are they gonna do a play on like every like sport? Because they did dodgeball. Now they do tennis.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how many sports they're gonna like.
They're probably gonna do swimming next. I don't know. I have a hunch. But bro, I thought that the last couple of episodes was cool. I mean, I like the fact that we're starting to see more agents. We're starting to kind of get more in tune with that. Yeah. Nightfall at first, like watching, I'm like, she seemed a little over obsessed with her job. And then when I realized like, oh, she's just in love with Lloyd. I'm like, this shit about to be interesting.
I'm waiting for the inevitable Nightfall versus your.
You're right.
Class.
Bro, it's mad funny because this episode, Yor was like, yo, should I take her out? But bro, I just thought it was funny because in my opinion, like the anime is they're downing they're downing the fact that Yor actually is attracted to Lloyd and that Lloyd is actually attracted to Yor. And they did it a few times where like, Lloyd is like, yeah, I got to do this, if I do this, and talk to Yor, then yeah, we'll be able to keep the mission on track. But like subconsciously, it kind of leaves a lot of room for the watcher, the whoever's watching the viewer to be like, well, it kind of feels like he's just trying to support his wife, or like Lloyd when he was spying on Yor, he didn't have to necessarily pop in on Yor and be like, well, you want to get some lunch, whatever. But I feel as though he wanted to keep her spirits up in the aspect that like, he actually kind of cares about Yor, and he doesn't necessarily want her to think that she's a bad mother. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like there's a little bit of room that the anime's been playing with. That's like, Lloyd and Yor, like they'll say like, oh yeah, well like in this episode that just happened today, like, Yor's like, yeah, well, I don't know what's with that girl. She seems like she likes Lloyd, or she seems like she's getting some female intuition about this chick, and she's like, well, I don't want my brother to not be happy anymore. Like throwing the excuse like, well, if this girl kind of gets in the mix, then my lifestyle will be fucked up, and then my bro can't be able to live the life that he wants to live. But it's like, come on, Yor. My man is making bread, like protecting the government, trying to kill like your husband, essentially. Like, come on, like we're not like you like, it's like the anime is finding a funny way of sugarcoating it, which I like. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
they're playing with that family dynamic. That's what's cool about it. Let me ask you, do you think on the flip side, do you think we'll see a situation that's reversed where it's like Lloyd is getting jealous because some dude like opened the door for Yor or something?
I hope
like
so.
That?
I hope so.
That would be funny. Me personally, I like the fact that Lloyd is staying true to him and reminding himself like this is just a mission. and da 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 da.
He is, but let's be honest, bro. Like even Nightfall, who she's in love with, like she's a spy, but she's in love with my man. Like she wants to essentially break up Yor and this the Yor and Lloyd narrative.
Yeah.
Bro, she said it herself. She's like, Lloyd, she's like, Twilight has changed. Like his emotions to his family, like to this fake family. She's like, he's not acting like the same Lloyd that he normally is. Like this family is bringing out emotions in him that's not he's never been this type of person. So like, you know, that's kind of the hint to me that like Lloyd is trying to keep his composure, but at the same portion, like it deep down inside, you know, there's some form of like feeling that he has to Anya's like his fake daughter, and there's some feeling that he has towards yours, like his fake wife. You know what I mean?
I don't
like,
believe that though. It's all about the mission. All about the
mission. It's not. It's not. But we could agree to disagree though.
Yeah. There was no dog action.
As he should. Bro, the dog is the last puzzle piece, bro. We're not trying to use.
Come on, if we're gonna introduce a new character, you gotta at least like.
Well, bro, they did a little. They
were outside. So
they did a little thing with him, and not this episode, but the end of the last episode after the credits. He destroyed Anya's her penguin.
Oh, I didn't wait till after the credits.
Yeah. And it was mad funny because Anya read she read his thoughts, and he spoke in English. He was like, hate penguin steal Anya. And I'm like, yo. I'm like, wait, the dog got jealous because Anya likes a stuffed animal and destroyed the stuffed animal, and then bro, Yor tried to essentially stitch him up. And she did a terrible job, and then Lloyd had to just fix the stuffed animal. But regardless, you know,
right.
You know, I'm starting to see that like with this family dynamic, you have, and I think in a lot of cases in real life, you may have that family dynamic where there's some other person. It could be on like a friend on the husband's side, a friend on the wife's side. That in certain cases, not all, but in certain cases, they be trying to sabotage a dude or a female's marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I'm interested to see in how this Nightfall and Twilight dynamic continues, because as I said, like I don't necessarily want night or not. I said Nightlight. I'm mad. I'm dead. Nightfall.
Nightlight.
I call her Nightlight, but I don't want to necessarily see this lady get taken out of the picture. But I think at this point in the show, like yours intuition is gonna continue to grow, and she's gonna realize that this lady has other plans or other thoughts about, you know, what she wants to do, and then hopefully we see that dynamic where like Lloyd kind of either steps in, or we're gonna see the dynamic where like this chick, Nightfall, is gonna figure out who Yor is, and then it may get messy. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen.
I think what's gonna happen when Anya reads Night.
Well, she already did. She did when she met her.
No, but I'm saying like when it gets heated. I mean, like when the conflict. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think maybe they'll keep it passive aggressive between Yor and this chick, and then they'll just like play a bunch of mind games. That'll probably be the best way. So maybe the mind reading won't matter. Like we'll know as the audience, but like.
But I'm interested though, because if Nightfall really has a plan to try to take Yor down and try to be that wife, Anya already knows her secret. So like Anya is gonna step in at some point, and I feel like that's where she's gonna kind of bring Bond back into the mix. Mm-hmm. But I kind of see the narrative for this season or this part of I don't even know if you call this a season or an arc or whatever. It's fucking weird, bro. It's fucking weird how they did this
There's no
shit.
rules. There's no rules.
But this part, like, I kind of see the essence. Like Anya is using Bond, and they're working together to kind of keep the family together. That's kind of Anya's job. So Anya's probably gonna settle the conflict, but I'm interested to see how this is gonna like continue. I'm interested. It's gonna be a good time. I believe
the tennis animations is like
it's crazy.
A1.
Bro, I was actually surprised as hell at the end where like the brother and sister had the jet engine rocket, or the jet engine racket and the
rackets.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was fire. I was like, maybe I should make an actual sport with like whip rackets.
I feel like people would die. People would get concussions.
But yeah, the tennis but I said the dodgeball animations are fire. The tennis animations are fire. So now I'm like, you know what they'll probably do next because it's anime? Baseball.
That's a good one. I thought you was gonna say soccer, no cap, because of the World Cup. But
I love baseball.
That's true. That's true.
Baseball next. Yo, you like Black Panther?
Loved it, bro.
How'd you feel about it? I don't have a banner made for Black Panther, but
this is my opinion, right? I feel as though Shuri should have let the rage consume her and killed Namor. Now, to all of my people watching and Black Panther Wakanda Forever been out for a month, I'm spoiling y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Go watch the fucking movie. But in my opinion, I felt as though, don't get me wrong, what's her name? What the chick name? T'Challa girl. What's her name? Nakia. She fucked up, bro. Let's be honest. She messed up bad.
Oh.
She messed up one by killing the girl who wasn't like, the girl was like that security guard chick. She wasn't gonna necessarily shoot the gun and neutralize her or anything like that. She seemed pretty shook, to be honest to me. So she had like knocked the second girl out and she had killed the first one, and that started the whole problem.
That's not what started it.
It is.
Bro, you can't.
The whole war that they had, that's what started it.
Bro, you can't take the queen of a
princess.
I mean, a princess of a nation. That's what started it.
Yeah, but bro, you
can't take a prince. Bro, because remember at the bridge, that bridge point or whatever, they won the fight. Like they won the fight. Nakia got knocked out. The Duale, I can't even say the name. The warrior chick with the bald head.
Oh, you okay?
She lost. Remember this all happened like in the street. So they lost the first fight in the street. But then, so you take the scientist girl, but then like you take the princess too. Like that didn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, my head was like, well, once you won that first fight, like either leave the princess girl or while the princess is knocked out, take her back to Wakanda.
But I could see why Namor took her, because Namor, like, to be honest, I feel as though
I trying to convince her that he's good, which all of his points were valid. Like I didn't see anything wrong with anything he said except for even like killing the girl is harsh. You know what I'm saying? But from like a empire perspective and the fact that he's lived hella years, I could see why that's the conclusion he came up with. Because bro, If you have a machine that detects vibranium and there's vibranium in the ocean, then they're bound to be discovered.
Oh, no. I mean, I agree with. I'm just saying. I'm saying in regards to the war that led that like on Wakanda's land that led to the queen getting offed, like that. You know,
Yeah,
a
but I don't
lot.
put that on Nakia. Nakia was just following orders to bring the princess back.
I feel as though it was all like a whole bunch of effed up events that led to this situation being as messed up as it was. I just feel as though like in that moment, like Shuri was like, Nakia, like, let me explain. Like, give me a second to talk to you for a second, and like, let me try to diffuse the situation. Now, don't get me wrong, like. Nakia had a job to do. Like I can't, like I
That's
can't
what I'm
blame,
saying. Yeah,
I
like
can't blame her,
she
but I can't blame, I can't be too much of an asshole on Nakia's part. But like I feel as though if people took a second and to wait, or maybe Nakia maybe would have, I don't think Nakia would have found a better way to be able to handle that situation. But
no,
you
I
know,
didn't. First of all, I didn't even think she'd pull it off to begin with. I'm
yeah,
like, so
it
she
was it
like
was it was
I was
hella
like, yo, so
risky.
she's gonna go all the way into the depths, no map, no like, no know where she's going, retrieve the princess and come back without getting detected. Like I was like, there's no way. Like I knew it wasn't gonna go smooth to begin with. So the fact that she even got that far, I was impressed. They could have saved the chick, but Nakia was in a rush to get out of there because Shirley was like, "Give me your beads. I could try to save her." So maybe they could have saved her, but I feel like Namor still would have took it as an act of war just off of them being attacked. Like even if he would have saved the girl life.
But I think that would have been a better situation though, because
Yeah, but
let's
you would
be.
have to stay, and we don't know how long it take to treat the wound, and then more backup could have,
Well,
So
Sherry would have been. I think the beads would have stopped her from, like, she would have been, she would have been okay. You know what I
the
mean?
bees
Like,
have stopped everything else hella quick. So
yeah, the beads have been fucking amazing, bro. Been
put
fucking
a bead
fucking
on the
great.
wound. Okay, yeah, that's
But bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like in that sense, like don't get me wrong, I'm not agreeing with anything Namor did. Namor came off very egotistical and very arrogant. You come to a land that you don't even know. You come to a specific part of the land to talk to a queen and a princess that are just minding their business on their land. You threaten them, and on top of that, you continually throw threats out because you feel as though you're superior. Like a lot of the reason why I felt Namor should have died was because he's an egotistical bastard. Like you come on, bro. Like I'm like, come on. Like I'm watching this shit and
but
I'm
the
like,
logic was there though.
no. Like I agree. Him wanting to protect his people, him being a mutant, him not wanting to be discovered, I completely get that. But I feel as though, in regards to the way he had talked to the queen and the princess multiple times, like especially Tim talking to the queen, like he had it out for this chick. Like every time he came through, like the queen was talking to him very like very normal, very regular. Like, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are.
Right, right.
You know, how do you expect people to break bread when you don't understand who you're breaking bread with? You know what I'm
Was I
saying?
the only one thinking the whole time? Was I the only one thinking, yo, he wouldn't be talking shit like this if T'Challa was
He wouldn't
if
have been talking
T'Challa
shit because
was
T'Challa would have been on his ass. He would have been on his ass. Like, I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm like, who the hell do you think you are?
that whole fight when the Queen got smoked, I was like, yeah, we need a legit Black Panther to because
Bro,
Shuri hadn't done the thing yet. So it
Shuri,
was like
Shuri,
it was
Shuri did
kind
it.
of just bullying.
She did an amazing job, and don't get me wrong. Like I understand, I understand. You know that she just was in a bad place. I don't think she should have ate the fruit at that moment in time because she just had a lot of rage. But let's be honest, Namor, not only did Namor come and almost like wipe out the Central District area in Wakanda, and his people are slaughtering civilians on their land. He went and threatened Shuri after the queen is dead.
Right.
Yeah, and in 10 days, have your army. We're gonna come and we're gonna fight to the death. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I like he deserved it.
So there's a couple things going on, right? Aside from the plot, I gave the movie a 6 out of 10.
A 6?
I give it a 6
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's very low, bro.
There was one cinematic issue. Cinematically, it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but they spammed slow motion. When you first start the movie, the T'Challa funeral, there was at least 4 or 5 slow motion scenes just in that part of just people dancing in slow motion.
We could
drums in slow motion.
I could get you with all the other scenes. I could get you with all the other scenes, bro. But that scene with that, I feel like that was Shuri's scene. Like Shuri was processing all this shit in slow motion because she's like, "Yo, like my brother died. I can't believe it. We're at his funeral. I didn't think he would die like this. I tried to save him. I couldn't save him," kind of thing. You know what I mean?
They should have, if that's the case, like that makes sense, but they should have showed Shuri's like facial.
They did.
Like they showed it once, but it should have been more like they could have presented that, I feel like, a smidge better. But I was cool in the beginning because it's the beginning of the movie. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of slow motion, but you know, they're trying to pay tribute. So I was cool, but then throughout the movie, it was like I felt like I was watching Transformers. Transformers was like the last movie, the early ones, to like spam slow motion. But Transformers is doing it like with giant robots transforming and fighting and flipping in the air. So it was kind of like, okay, you kind of got to spam it a little bit because in real time, like the Transformers transforming fast isn't as cool. So I got that with Transform, but with this, it was like if you rewatch the movie, you'll see like they're spamming slow motion. I was just like, there's a lot of slow motion. Story wise, I don't think Shuri should have been Black Panther. They completely threw out their traditions, and she just did it. What happened to the whole battle? Now they hinted at that at the end. But I was like, yo, what happened to you got to fight and the tribes get together? And she's not a fighter, and she's never been a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't like her being Black Panther at all. I feel like that was a favor. I feel like Chadwick hooked her up. I feel like Chadwick was like, yo, I know I'm gonna go let her be the next Black Panther. Like I feel like it was. Because it doesn't, you gotta understand, Wakanda is literally a nation of like warriors, and you pick the one not warrior person. You see what I'm saying? To be like, every tribe is warriors, armies, warriors, like every tribe, and then there's a top warrior, like M'Baku is the top one for his people. I forgot
the Jabari.
The Jabari, yeah, he's the top one for the Jabari. Every tribe got the top. So I was like, I thought we was gonna see a brawl. I was waiting for the brawl to happen. I thought they was gonna go to the same cliff, and it was gonna be like M'Baku fighting off. Because in my head, I was like, M'Baku might get it, but if like somebody else got it, now if you don't do M'Baku or you don't do any of the warriors, then why wasn't it Nakia? They actually offered. The Queen actually asked Nakia to be Black Panther in the first movie. And Nakia was like, I don't know, because I'm a spy but that was a scene in the first movie. The Queen was like, maybe you should take it, Nakia. And she was like, well, I'm a spy, I'm not really a fighter. But Nakia is closer to a Black Panther than Shuri is. So I didn't like Shuri being Black Panther at all.
I don't mind it though. I mean, I feel as though I don't think Chadwick gave her the hookup. I think it's because of the fact that the family, like because of the family like tutelage or like the characters, I think it got passed on that way. I actually
What
enjoy.
happened to the whole tradition thing? What happened to
No, no,
that?
no. I get that. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But this, I feel as though the movie went in that area where Sherry is like, I don't like. Let's be honest here. Like we've had hella traditions and shit hasn't gone the right way. You get what I'm saying? Like I think in her perspective, like she just she wanted to sway away from that, and I think that that's cool. I think.
But that's her. But there was no backlash from the
Oh yeah,
elder. There was no backlash from, like, you know what I'm saying? No, there should have been a scene where somebody was like, "But you're breaking the tradition, or you're breaking." Or
no,
nobody
no,
was like, everybody was
but
like, "Oh, we
you,
got a Black Panther now." Okay.
but bro, you're right. But bro, this the problem. The problem is that we have thousands of underwater mutant warriors on the way to come and kill us and exile, like not exile, but like exterminate us off the face of Wakanda. You get what I'm saying? So I can agree with what you're saying for sure, 110%. Shuri just wasn't, she just like, if we would have wanted T'Challa over Shuri, I think we would want more of a T'Challa or more of a
No, we just want
M'Baku.
somebody that can fight.
Yeah, but bro, like we can't just deny that we can't deny that she wasn't an excellent fighter in that fight. My problem was that Namor should have died regard regardless, you know, he should
Bro,
have
she
just
beat
died.
him. First of all, she could have. If she would have fight him straight up, she get her ass beat. She had to fight him in
Yes, but
a
bro,
weakened
all of
state.
them, bro,
She had to fight him in a weakened state and still
bro,
almost lost.
but M'Baku got punched in his chest and was out.
Bro,
He
he
got
doesn't
punched in
have Black
slow.
Panther serum. You can't compare him
But
to.
bro,
You
none of
can't
them
compare him
do.
to
None of them
in a
do.
vibranium Black Panther
Bro, but
suit.
bro, let's be honest. Even the
He has
strong
freaking
bro,
wood planks
I
on his
know,
chest.
but
You can't
bro,
compare that to him.
none of them stood a chance against Namor individually by themselves. None of them,
Bro, that's
none of
not my
them.
point though. If you give a warrior armor and invincibility, then you have a fighting chance. If you give a scientist armor and enhanced strength, I'm not expecting nothing from the scientist. She beat. I feel like with the way that fight went, she could have did all of that without the Black Panther suit. All the suit did was stop that joint that impaled her from like finishing her off. That's the only thing the suit did. She could have. I feel like she could have, because she won that fight off her intelligence. It wasn't off of no Black Panther type abilities. That's what I'm saying. Not, but if you give a warrior, like, let's say it doesn't have to be M'Baku, he's just, the main warrior that they talk about. But I feel like if you give any of the lead warriors a full Black Panther suit, now we're talking, because now it's like, oh, I'm already trained to kill. Now I got an armor. Now I got abilities. Now I got, not that makes more sense to me. So Shuri being Black Panther, I didn't like it. I see why they did it, just for like emotional purposes, but I'm not. There's no logic there. If I'm trying to defend the nation, I'm not giving my best ace in the hole to a scientist that never fought.
I mean, bro, but let's be honest, bro. Shuri
Scientists
came.
need to stay in the lab and do
Shuri,
science things.
yeah, but Shuri came up with that plan that she came up with was better than what they had. They had no.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's just her. That's her with her brain. That had nothing to do with the Black Panther abilities.
I know, but I'm saying like the plan that they had that they took that they put in place. Yes, I agree, but I'm saying like she thought of the plan out herself. She was the one who figured it out. You know, and
Yeah,
also
that's good. Yeah, she get
I
kudos for that.
but
She's been a phenomenal. I didn't say nothing about her planning ability. She's a She's one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe. I didn't say anything about her intelligence or her smarts or her ability to plan stuff. She could do all of that. I'm cool with that. It's her, when you take somebody that's not a warrior and make them a warrior. To me, it didn't make sense. On top of the fact that they have a whole last tradition on how to pick Black Panther, and they just threw it out the window.
Well, I mean, I guess the question now is who's king of Wakanda or queen or whoever?
Well,
Who?
Shuri's still the I guess she's the queen now.
But she's
um,
not. But she's not running Wakanda. Like she left
well,
Wakanda, and M'Baku. I'm
yeah,
assuming he.
but she left to talk to Nakia, but we don't know if that's like a permanent like. Did they say she's gonna like live there
Well,
with
she's. They
Nakia?
said they said she was gonna live there for a while, but this
Oh
is the
wow.
thing. Who
Okay.
who who? Like we never got the answer. Like I mean, I'm assuming M'Baku is like the king of Wakanda right now, but
Nobody. It would be the elders would just run it in that
no. But
ceremony.
the
In that
ceremony
ceremony.
for who's king, M'Baku was there. They were waiting for
Yeah.
Shuri to
They
come. They
showed
were
that at
gonna
the end.
knight Shuri is like the ruler of Wakanda, but they didn't. She wasn't there, and then my man.
Remember, just because you're Black Panther, that don't mean you run Wakanda. And their culture, like it's usually a woman or a queen that runs the country, and it's just a man that's the strongest warrior or Black Panther, I guess. That's Wakanda, not African culture. I'm just talking about Wakanda culture. I don't know about African culture.
Well, I wouldn't even
Oh
say that, bro, because T'Challa's dad was running Wakanda by
no, he
himself.
wasn't. No, the
He
queen ran
was. He was
Wakanda.
going to these world events, and he was. That's how he died because he got bodied.
No, but the king was out doing whatever. The queen is Stan Pack. That's who actually runs the joint. You got to remember they said it in the first movie. The queen is the strongest. Like she used to be a part of the Ball Chicks. Obviously the Duajale. I forgot but she's like the strongest one, and then she became queen, and the queen actually ran it. And the Black Panther, you're just the strongest warrior. That's all it means. All the nations have warriors, and the Black Panther is the strongest warrior.
Mm.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for him having Black Panther powers, he would still be king, but it wouldn't really equate to much because you still got the queen there.
Mm.
So that's how the king he go out on missions. But the queen just stayed in the nation. She run the nation. What the queen don't do, which is what she did in this movie, was actually leave, but she didn't have somebody to send out. So, oh,
Yeah, I mean, I give it. I don't give it a six.
two more things real quick. What the movie was at like an 8 out of 10, and then you know what brought it down to 6? That fake freaking Iron Man red Power Ranger looking suit
Ironheart.
that the
Nah, bro, the
scientists
suit
love.
was fire, bro. Come on,
Again,
bro.
again, I'm gonna repeat what I just said. Stop taking science smart people and putting them in combat. It doesn't make sense. It's
Mm.
stupid. She's not. She's a college. She's a college freshman. Why is she out here with hella ballistics and a vibranium red suit flying through? Like no,
Bro, because the queen
no,
died saving her, bro. She
nobody.
gotta.
That could have not been in the movie at all, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Well, bro, I think
The little
the reason why Ironheart was in the movie is because there's a Disney Plus TV show for Ironheart. You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
they could have did that so many other ways. Don't put her in. It was just bad. It was bad. I'm gonna just say it was bad. I didn't like it at all. I like the little experimental suit when she had the experimental one in the garage and she flew around. That was like okay, whatever. But now she's going to war with us, in a vibranium Iron Man knockoff type suit, and she's fully mastered it, and she's used to combat, and she's just shooting off. Nah, that's not even her character.
But bro,
She looks far
Robert
greater
Downey
in
Jr.
college.
wasn't no warrior in a suit. He's a scientist as well.
Who?
Iron Man wasn't no warrior. He was some smart billionaire genius scientist extraordinaire that just created
Bro,
shit.
Iron Man 1, he got captured, held hostage, and he was forced to build weapons, and he built a suit to get out of it, and the suit was ass, one, by the way, the first Iron Man suit, and
Yeah.
two, it was a survival thing. It wasn't like let me make a suit and go fly around like this chick did.
Well, bro, I mean, he survived, and then what did he do with the suit? He was just slaying bad guys, bro.
Yeah, but there's I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That me personally, like I didn't like it at all. They should have
I get it though.
introduced her.
People that have experience on the battlefield should fight, and then the people that are scientists, they shouldn't be fighting.
That's
I
all
get
I'm
it,
saying.
but bro,
That's all I'm saying.
these scientists in Wakanda, they be ready for combat. Like
You
like in
can't be
the
like
early
a
scene. Remember with the French, the
yeah, but
French.
then what's all these warriors for? We just got warriors for nothing. Like anytime I see a warrior, I don't take them serious because they're gonna get replaced with a scientist.
I don't know, bro. I think you just gotta you just gotta come with the
It was
Gatling.
corny. To me, it was corny. Like she's not a fighter. She's not. She had no business in the war. They got hella. It's a nation of warriors. We don't need her. Like we got vibranium technology. Like she was just there. I didn't like it, and the other thing I didn't like was the fact that they made an artificial herb to become Black Panther, but they needed to make a way where like that's the only one we could make. Because why can't we make 17 artificial herbs and just give it to everybody in the tribe and just make 17 Black Panthers?
Well, bro, if you remember at the end of the episode, they actually went and grew that herb in like the grass and like some grass area, and they were just making more of them, like just
Yeah,
within
that's the
the
traditional way.
soil.
But
Yeah,
now there's a legit way to make one.
I know, but they took that design and then now they're just making it within the ground. They're taking that fruit and just taking those seeds and then implanting it, and they're doing it the traditional way.
But that's cool. But I'm saying if we wanted, let's say what's his name is gonna attack tomorrow. Why don't we just have 6 Black Panthers?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
like there's no. They should have made a way where it's like, yeah, we could make one artificial one for the one time because it involves a piece of Thanos's gauntlet when it had all 5
but
cells,
bro, maybe
and the
like,
residue from the magic of the
well,
gauntlet lets
but
us
bro,
do it one time.
but bro, let's be honest, bro. Like we've been seeing a lot of like multiverse, like the topic of multiverse in a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of like even in the upcoming like the Ant-Man, Quantumania, and we're seeing Kang, which he was in Loki, but now he's in Ant-Man, Quantumania, whatever. You know, we're seeing a lot of that, you know, multiverse, you know, type of stuff. So, bro, maybe, you know, this may be the universe that has more than one Black Panther. I mean, we may not know. I don't know how you relinquish the power of the Black Panther. I don't know if
They
you're
have
one.
another serum that you could drink to lose the power. That's how they did the fighting thing.
So maybe Shuri, maybe in the next Black Panther, she drink it, lose it, and Baku take it. He become the Black Panther, and then they run it like that. You know, who knows? But I can
It just seems sloppy. Seems sloppy. Part 1 was like so well written.
Well, bro, you got to remember they had a whole script when Chadwick died. You know, like when he died, like when he passed away, like rest in peace to the big homie.
Yeah, but
like they had a whole it was a whole different avenue. It wasn't even the Shuri stuff.
To do Chadwick justice, wouldn't you make sure that part 2 is like 10 out of 10 in honor of Chadwick?
Yeah, but
I would have rather them push the movie back a year just to clean it up.
Yeah, but bro, they don't be a lot of time to clean up stuff, bro. When it comes to this day and age, like things have to be done quick. You know, like bro, back in the day, it'd be easy to have a movie that's going.
They pushed back. What they pushed back? They pushed back a couple things. They pushed back Blade.
Oh, they did?
They pushed back. I can't remember off the top of my head. They've been pushing back a couple things over the last like 2-3 years. But yeah, regardless, yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10.
I give it a solid 8.
The way I was recommending part 1, like I can't recommend part 2 the same way. But that's the nature of part 2s.
They're never gonna be great. They're never gonna be as great as the initial first one. But maybe the third one may be better than the second. And that's that.
Talking about like John Wick or every now and then you'll get a good part 2.
Bro, John Wick is great, but John Wick 3 is like 3 hours long.
Yeah, and John Wick 4 probably gonna be 4 hours. Yeah, that's pretty much all we had. Thank y'all for joining us. Definitely check us out on YouTube. Divine Departure Podcast. Type that in, you'll see us. We're at episode 25 now, so we got a nice little catalog episodes. Also, if you want to follow us on any of our socials, go to that https://wackwackwelo.link, and you can do the at keystrokes at Trezor365, and you'll find all of our socials on there. We don't do the live streaming on Twitch for the podcast, but we each individually live stream. So if you want to check us out on there, definitely go to Twitch and type in Trezor365. I don't think Juwan is advertising his Twitch anymore, but
I might hop on it every now and then.
He a grown man with kids and a family and all of that. So, and a car note. So,
what a time to be alive.
Other than that, stay warm, happy holidays, and peace. Oh snap! I can't end it.
Bloopers.
I can't end it. Can you end it?
Can I end it? No.
Well, extend it.
Extendo clip on your asses. Fuck y'all talking about?
Well, let me refresh. Anyway, you can start them while I refresh.
Well, you know, we out here. Dang, I really got the mic. It's crazy out here. Sheesh. I don't even know what to say. Hey, man, subscribe to our follow our IGs. Shit's be popping. Check us out. You know what I mean? Taj dead. I'm alive. We here. Yikes. I don't even know what to say. Yo, anybody commenting? What's good? Dang, stream really dead. The stream really staying on. But yeah, man, hopefully y'all have a good holiday weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. All that shit. Hey, he's back.
How's the distraction?
It is what it is. You able to